Clark Gable, the King of Hollywood. Early life and childhood. William Clark Gable was born on February 1, 1901, in Cadiz, Ohio, USA. His father, William Henry Gable, was an oil well driller, and his mother, Adeline Hershelman, passed away when he was only 7 months old. After her death, he was raised by his father and later his stepmother. As a young boy, Gable had a fascination with mechanics and dreamed of becoming a musician, but fate had something else in store for him. In his late teens, he saw a play and was so inspired that he decided to become an actor. Despite lacking experience or connections in the film industry, he moved to Portland, Oregon, where he worked odd jobs and took acting classes at the local theater. Early career struggles. Clark Gable's entry into the entertainment industry was not easy. He started as a stage actor and worked tirelessly in small theater productions. During this time, he met Josephine Dillon, an acting coach 17 years his senior. She saw potential in him and took it upon herself to groom him. Dillon paid for his dental work, taught him how to speak properly, improved his posture, and helped him build confidence. Eventually, she became his manager and his first wife. In the 1920s, Gable moved to Hollywood, where he struggled to find substantial roles. He appeared in silent films, but his rugged features and strong presence didn't suit the romantic leads of the silent film era. However, with the arrival of talkies, Gable's deep voice and commanding presence suddenly became assets. Breakthrough and rise to fame. Gable's breakthrough came in the early 1930s after signing with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM Studios. His early supporting roles in films like The Painted Desert, 1931, caught the audience's attention. Soon, he was cast opposite major actresses such as Joan Crawford, Norma Shearer, and Jean Harlow. His on-screen chemistry with Harlow, especially in Red Dust, 1932, made him a household name. The real turning point in his career was his performance in Frank Capra's romantic comedy It Happened One Night, 1934. Opposite Claudette Colbert. Gable played the role of a cynical reporter helping a runaway heiress. The film was a massive hit and earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor. It also became the first film to win all 5 major Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay. Hollywood royalty. By the mid-1930s, Clark Gable was firmly established as Hollywood royalty. His masculine charm, signature mustache, and confident screen presence made him immensely popular. He starred in a series of successful films including Mutiny on the Bounty, 1935, and San Francisco, 1936. His roles often depicted him as a tough but noble character, a persona that resonated deeply with audiences during the Great Depression. In 1939, Gable played what would become the most iconic role of his career, Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind. The epic historical romance, set during the American Civil War, was a massive critical and commercial success. Gable's performance, especially his famous line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," became legendary. The film won 8 Academy Awards and is still considered one of the greatest movies of all time. Personal life and tragedy. Clark Gable was married 5 times, and his personal life was often in the limelight. His most famous and beloved relationship was with actress Carole Lombard. The couple married in 1939 and were regarded as one of Hollywood's most glamorous pairs. Tragically, Lombard died in a plane crash in 1942 while returning from a war bond tour. Gable was devastated and never fully recovered from her death. In a move that shocked his fans, Gable enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II shortly after Lombard's death. He served as an aerial gunner and flew combat missions over Europe. He was awarded several medals for his bravery and service. Later career and decline. After the war, Gable returned to Hollywood, but the landscape of the film industry had changed. Although he continued to act in films like The Hucksters, 1947, Magambo, 1953, and Run Silent, Run Deep, 1958, the box office appeal of Gable started to decline. He was still respected, but newer actors and changing audience tastes meant he was no longer the undisputed king. In 1960, Gable filmed The Misfits, co-starring Marilyn Monroe and written by Arthur Miller. The film was emotionally intense and physically demanding. Shortly after completing the movie, Gable suffered a heart attack and passed away on November 16, 1960, at the age of 59. His son, John Clark Gable, was born posthumously in 1961. Legacy. Clark Gable left behind a remarkable legacy. With over 60 films to his credit, he remains one of the most enduring icons of classic Hollywood. He was the epitome of masculinity and charm, and his performances continue to inspire generations of actors. Gable has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and his films, especially Gone with the Wind and It Happened One Night, are preserved as cinematic treasures. Known as the King of Hollywood, Gable's journey from a small-town boy to a global superstar is a testament to his talent, determination, and resilience. Even decades after his death, Clark Gable's name continues to evoke the golden age of Hollywood glamour and greatness.